I stopped buying herbs 3 months ago. My kitchen windowsill now grows 12 different varieties in nothing but water. No soil, no mess, and my basil has been thriving in the same jar since January. Welcome to Earthly Gardening, where we make growing food ridiculously simple and budget-friendly. If you're new here, you've just found your gardening comfort zone. For those returning, thanks for being part of this amazing community. Today's method is perfect for anyone who thinks they don't have space, time, or a green thumb. Trust me, if you can fill a glass with water, you can do this. Before we start, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. I drop new, practical tips every week that'll save you money while filling your home with fresh food. If this sounds helpful already, give a quick like. Your support helps spread these simple solutions to more people. Let's dive in. Here's something grocery stores don't want you discovering. Most culinary herbs will live indefinitely in plain water. You don't need fancy hydroponic systems or expensive equipment. Just cuttings, containers, and H2O. The secret? Herbs are survival artists. They'll adapt to almost any environment if you understand their basic needs. Water growing, or hydroponic propagation, works because plant roots don't actually need soil. They need oxygen, nutrients, and moisture. Water provides two of these naturally, and you'll add the third later. The best part? You can start with cuttings from store-bought herbs or snip pieces from a friend's garden. Free plants that keep producing. That's what I call smart gardening. Let me give you the foundation before we explore specific herbs. You'll need clean containers. Mason jars, recycled glass bottles, even old coffee mugs work beautifully. Avoid metal, as it can react with water and harm roots. Clear containers are ideal because you can monitor root development and spot any issues early. Fill your container with room temperature water. Cold water shocks cuttings, while hot water damages delicate tissue. Change the water every 5 to 7 days to prevent bacterial buildup and keep oxygen levels high. When roots appear, usually within 2 weeks, you can add a tiny amount of liquid fertilizer. I'm talking 1/4 strength of what the bottle recommends. These plants are living lean, so a little goes a long way. Place your setup near a window with bright, indirect sunlight. Direct sun through glass can overheat the water and cook those tender roots. Now let's talk about which herbs thrive in this system. Herb 1, basil. Basil is the champion of water growing. Take a 4 to 6 inch cutting just below a leaf node. Remove lower leaves, leaving only the top 2 or 3 sets. Those submerged leaves will rot and ruin your water, so strip them off. Basil roots appear within a week, sometimes faster. You'll see tiny white threads emerging from the nodes. Once established, pinch off flower buds as they form. Flowering signals the plant to stop leaf production and focus on seeds. By preventing blooms, you keep your basil pumping out fresh leaves. The flavor stays strong, sometimes even more concentrated than soil-grown basil. I harvest leaves regularly, which encourages bushier growth. One cutting can provide fresh basil for months. When mine gets too large, I simply take new cuttings and start the cycle again. Herb 2, mint. Mint is another superstar. In fact, it's almost too enthusiastic about water growing. Any mint variety works, whether peppermint, spearmint, chocolate mint, or mojito mint. The process mirrors basil. Take a cutting, remove lower leaves, place in water. What makes mint special is its aggressive rooting. You'll see substantial root systems within days. The challenge isn't getting mint to grow, but keeping it under control. These cuttings won't take over your windowsill. Mint loves cooler water, so if your kitchen runs warm, add an ice cube occasionally. Fresh mint tea, cocktails, desserts, or just chewing a leaf for instant fresh breath. One cutting provides endless supply. Herb 3, oregano. Oregano surprises people because it seems like a tougher, woody herb, but it adapts beautifully to water. Choose tender, green stem cuttings rather than older, brown woody sections. Those younger pieces root faster and produce better. Oregano takes slightly longer than basil or mint, usually 10 to 14 days before visible roots. Be patient. Once established, it's incredibly resilient. The flavor profile intensifies in water culture, so use it sparingly at first until you gauge the strength. Greek oregano, Italian oregano, even Cuban oregano all work. Harvest by snipping leaves as needed, and the plant will branch out, creating a fuller appearance. Herb 4. Sage. Sage has a reputation as finicky, but water propagation is actually easier than soil growing for this herb. Select soft, new growth rather than hardened stems. Sage roots slowly, sometimes taking 3 weeks, but don't give up. Here's the trick with sage. It prefers slightly cooler conditions and doesn't want constant bright light. A spot with morning sun and afternoon shade works perfectly. Too much heat causes leaf drop. Once rooted, sage becomes a reliable producer. The leaves stay flavorful, and you can harvest them continuously. Dried sage from the store doesn't compare to fresh leaves snipped from your kitchen window. Herb 5. Thyme. Thyme is small but mighty. Take several cuttings because they're delicate, and having backups ensures success. Strip leaves from the bottom 2 inches and submerge only the bare stem. Thyme roots develop slowly and stay relatively sparse compared to other herbs. This is normal. Don't expect a massive root ball. What you will get is steady leaf production that adds incredible flavor to soups, roasts, and vegetables. English thyme, lemon thyme, and creeping thyme all adapt to water. The different varieties give you flavor options without needing multiple growing methods. We're halfway through, and I need 30 seconds of your time. If you're finding this valuable, tap that like button right now. Then drop a comment telling me which herb you're trying first. Do you already grow herbs in water? Share your experience below. Other viewers learn from your insights, and I genuinely read every comment. Back to the herbs. Herb 6. Rosemary. Rosemary has a mixed reputation in water culture. Some people claim it won't work, but I've kept rosemary alive in water for over 6 months. The secret is selecting the right cutting and being extra patient. Choose semi-hardwood stems, not the super soft new growth and not the completely hardened old wood. That middle zone roots best. Remove needles from the lower half and expect a long wait. Rosemary can take 4 to 6 weeks to show roots. Change the water every 3 to 4 days for rosemary. It's more sensitive to stagnant water than other herbs. Once established, though, it's worth the effort. Fresh rosemary transforms potatoes, bread, and roasted meats. Herb 7. Cilantro. Cilantro, or coriander depending on where you live, is tricky because it bolts quickly. However, water propagation extends its productive life significantly. Take cuttings from purchased cilantro bunches or from your garden before flowering starts. Cilantro prefers cooler water and moderate light. Too much heat makes it bitter and accelerates bolting. Keep your cilantro jar in the coolest, brightest spot available. Harvest outer leaves first, allowing the center to keep growing. You won't get the massive bushes you see in gardens, but you'll have steady access to fresh leaf for salsas, curries, and garnishes. Herb 8. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is ridiculously easy and grows like crazy in water. It's related to mint, so it shares that enthusiastic nature. Take a cutting, stick it in water, and watch it explode with growth. The lemony scent is calming, and the leaves make excellent tea. Some people use it for stress relief or better sleep. Whether or not you believe in those benefits, it tastes wonderful and requires virtually zero effort. Lemon balm roots within a week and starts producing new leaves immediately. Pinch it back regularly to encourage branching, otherwise it gets leggy. Herb 9. Stevia. Here's one people forget about. Stevia, the natural sweetener plant, grows beautifully in water. If you're trying to reduce sugar intake, having fresh stevia on hand is incredibly useful. Take cuttings from the soft, green tips. Stevia roots moderately fast, usually within 2 weeks. The leaves are intensely sweet, so you only need a small amount. 1 or 2 fresh leaves sweeten an entire cup of tea. Stevia appreciates warmth and bright light. It's a tropical plant, so don't let it get cold. Keep it near your warmest, sunniest window, and it'll reward you with steady leaf production. Herb 10. Tarragon. French tarragon is a gourmet herb that's expensive to buy fresh. Growing it in water gives you unlimited access to that distinctive anise-like flavor. Take soft stem cuttings in spring or early summer when growth is most vigorous. Tarragon roots slowly, similar to rosemary. Give it 3 to 4 weeks and don't disturb it during this time. Once roots establish, tarragon becomes quite hardy. Use it in chicken dishes, egg preparations, and classic French sauces. A little goes a long way because the flavor is potent. Fresh tarragon elevates your cooking in ways dried versions simply can't match. Herb 11. Watercress. Watercress is naturally aquatic, so water culture is actually more natural for it than soil. You can start with purchased watercress from the grocery store. Just place stems in water, and they'll root within days. Watercress loves cool, moving water in nature, so change the water frequently and keep it cold. It's one of the few herbs that actually benefits from refrigerated water occasionally. The peppery leaves are packed with nutrients and add a spicy kick to salads, sandwiches, and soups. Watercress grows fast, so harvest regularly to prevent it from overtaking your container. Herb 12. Parsley. Last but definitely not least, parsley. Both curly and flat leaf varieties adapt to water culture. Parsley takes patience because germination from seed is notoriously slow, but cuttings are much faster. Take cuttings from the outer stems of a mature plant. Remove lower leaves and place in water. Expect roots in 2 to 3 weeks. Parsley isn't the fastest, but once it establishes, it produces steadily. Fresh parsley brightens virtually any savory dish. It's also fantastic for your breath after eating garlic or onions. Having it available on your windowsill means you'll actually use it instead of letting store-bought bunches rot in the fridge. Let's address problems you might encounter. First, cloudy or smelly water. This means bacterial growth. Dump it immediately. Rinse your container thoroughly and refill with fresh water. If it keeps happening, sterilize your containers with boiling water before using them. Second, yellowing leaves. Usually indicates too much direct sun or old water. Move to indirect light and change water more frequently. If only bottom leaves yellow while new growth looks healthy, that's normal shedding. Third, roots turning brown or slimy. This is root rot from stagnant water or too much fertilizer. Remove affected roots, change water, and hold off on fertilizer until the plant recovers. Fourth, leggy, weak growth. Not enough light. Move closer to a window or add a small grow light. Pinch back the stems to encourage bushier, stronger growth. Finally, if a cutting just won't root after a month, start over with a fresh cutting. Sometimes individual pieces fail for no obvious reason. Don't take it personally. Even experienced gardeners have duds. Want to level up your water or garden? Here are some advanced tips. Group herbs with similar light and water needs together. This makes maintenance easier and creates an attractive display. Add a few drops of hydrogen peroxide to the water every couple of weeks. This oxygenates the water and prevents algae growth. Use the 3% solution you get at drugstores, not industrial strength. Rotate your containers every few days so all sides receive equal light. This prevents lopsided growth and keeps plants balanced. When you harvest, use clean, sharp scissors. Ragged cuts invite infection. Always cut just above a leaf node to encourage branching. Consider the aesthetics. Beautiful jars and bottles turn your herb collection into kitchen decor. Vintage bottles, colored glass, or matching mason jars create a cohesive look that's both functional and attractive. Growing herbs in water isn't just practical, it's transformative. You'll cook more adventurously because fresh herbs are always available. You'll save money by not buying overpriced plastic containers from the store that go bad in 3 days. And you'll enjoy the satisfaction of growing food in your own home, even if you don't have a yard, balcony, or any outdoor space. These 12 herbs are just the beginning. Once you master the basics, experiment with other varieties. Lavender, lemongrass, even some vegetables like green onions work with this method. The beauty of water growing is its simplicity. No veeds, no pés, no complicated fertilizing sedures. Just clean water, decent light, and a little attention. Anyone can do this, regardless of experience level. So grab some jars, snip some cuttings, and start your windowsill herb garden today. You'll wonder why you waited so long. If this opened up new possibilities for you, subscribe to Earthly Gardening. We're building a community of people who want fresh, homegrown food without the complications. Hit that like button and seriously, drop a comment below. Tell me which herb you're starting with, or ask any questions you have. I answer personally, and I'm here to help you succeed. Thanks for spending this time with me. Remember, growing your own food doesn't have to be hard, expensive, or require a backyard. Sometimes all you need is water, light, and the willingness to try. I'll see you in the next video. Happy growing!